I wanted to do an overview on the install of my diesel heater in my 96 F-150. I'm past the planning stage and more on the acting stage now, so just wanted to do an overview and get up in here and show you what I've done. Pickup trucks aren't the ideal rig for being a nomad. Maybe a pickup truck and a nice tent, canopy or something, but occasional camping, this is more of an idea. So I put this flooring in a couple weeks ago and decided to set the diesel heater here, just mount it there, but with the intentions of being able to get it out of the truck if I needed to or wanted to haul something, but that's not the easiest thing to do. The exhaust and the intake would just be hard to disconnect because they're just so far up in there, the clamps are. So trying to come up with something. I drilled the holes, and one's the intake and exhaust, and I need to get that exhaust. I don't want it being trapped underneath the truck, so vent it away from the truck, maybe come up between the cab and the bed. I drilled a hole there into the cab because that's where I'm putting the battery for this. I kind of had the idea of drilling 3-inch holes from the bed to the cab. What if a feller wanted to warm up the cab of the truck without having to start the engine? So it was an idea. I went so far as to make up some little gates here to close it off when I'm not using it. Just mount those on the bed, maybe put a hole right in there. Use these and I'll have a little door to open and shut on the bed side and the cab side, but I don't know if I'm going to go that far because that's a lot of vent routing, and that stuff's not cheap. Because I originally had an idea of having a couple of vents blowing in the bed, a hole through there to warm the cab if need be, and shut-offs, whatever I wanted to heat, shut the rest of it off, and then with a little framed up sink or whatever right here, run a vent inside that, drill a hole right here and get enough vent to run down and into your tent at night. But that's just opening up big cans of worms, so I don't know that I'll go that far. It might be nice to have just a really long piece, and if I wanted to heat the tent, just hook it up to the output and run the darn thing in the tent rather than route all of these vents in certain ways. So I don't know, still undecided about that, but I'll show you what else I got going on in the cab. So I'm going to need to be able to charge my diesel heater battery. So I've ran some wires from the truck battery around, drilled a hole, brought it through underneath there, and it comes out here. And I'm going to put a isolator on there, and when I need to charge it, turn it on, charge my 33 amp hour 12 volt battery, which 33 amp hours would probably get you through the night. I think that diesel heater uses, I don't know, it says 0.8 to up to 4 amps per hour more during initial startup, but we'll see. I'll let it run, and I have a voltage meter that I'm going to install, probably one in the cab and one in the bed, so I can monitor the voltage. I may be able to just simply turn that switch on and get some juice from the truck battery without having to start it, as long as I monitor the voltage. Of course, I did just buy me a jump box the other day because this thing stranded me. I left the lights on all day at work. So anyway, I'm going to put an inline fuse here. That's what I just got finished doing. I guess just run that straight to the solenoid and then just ground it right there where the battery's already grounded. So there's 2 wires in here. I think I'm going to use both those wires for the positive and then just ground it locally. And it looks like, I noticed yesterday, there's some kind of ground on the seat for some reason. So ground it to the body right here. And so that's kind of a brief overview of what I got going on. I'm getting the heater ready just in time for summer, so that's kind of crazy. But anyway, see if I can get a little closer. I'm still debating what to do under the truck with the exhaust and the intake. It'd be nice to have a fuel door on the truck to just fill the diesel heater from outside. That means I'm going to have to drag a can of diesel fuel in the truck. So anyway, and I guess I could turn the heater around. What I noticed was that first hole, it'd be nice if that was the exhaust. And like I said, I could turn the heater around and make that hole the exhaust, but then the vent would be blowing against the bed of the truck. So I need it turned the way it is. But if that was the exhaust, I could bring it down and straight up. And I actually thought about venting it up through there just so them fumes aren't getting trapped under the truck. And I don't want the intake sucking exhaust. So this being the intake side, first hole, I'm going to have to route the exhaust around and up. It just makes it more difficult. In this particular application, it'd been nice if they were the other way around, but they're not. And I could bring it straight down and out the side, but I don't want to see a little exhaust pipe sticking out the side of my truck, so I'm going to try to work it out where it's coming down and then going out through here. So that's my story.